Living organisms in this universe without exceptions are made up of very small compartments called cells. All the functions such as nutrition, respiration, excretion, reproduction, sensation, etc. performed by an organism are sum total of all the activities performed by cell. The basic structure and function of various parts of the cells are similar, but they may get differentiated and specialized to perform certain specific function. That is why, to understand the living organism properly, we have to study the structure, function, and other aspects of the cell. So, today I am starting the chapter 1 Cell. It is a universal principle of biology that all living beings or organisms from the tiniest to the largest are composed of small compartments called cells. Now, the question that comes to our mind is, what is a cell? A cell may be defined as the smallest unit of structure and function of living organism. The smallest unit of structure means the smallest structure by the union of the which the body of an organism is constructed. You may take any body organ or body as a whole. It is formed by aggregates of cell. Unit of functions means any function performed by an organ or organism in the activity of its cells. Or it may also be said that the smallest structure in the body of an organism which can perform all the functions and characters of living organism in the cell. तो हम कह सकते हैं कि सेल इज़ द स्ट्रक्चरल एंड फंक्शन यूनिट ऑफ लाइफ, क्योंकि हमारी बॉडी का स्ट्रक्चर भी सेल ही बना रही है, चाहे वो यूनिसेलुलर हो या मल्टी सेलुलर हो. और हमारी बॉडी के सारे फंक्शन लाइक रेस्पिरेशन, फोटोसिंथेसिस इन केस ऑफ प्लांट, ये सब भी सेल ही कर रही है. तो फर्स्ट सेल वाज डिस्कवर्ड बाय Robert Hooke. The cells are very small in size and are invisible to unaided eye. That's why cells were discovered, and only after the invention of microscope we know about the cell. Microscope is an instrument that can magnify and resolve a small object. And first living cell was observed by Anton von Leeuwenhoek. Now I am talking about cell theory. In 1838, cell theory was given by M.J. Schleiden and Theodor Schwann. It states that first point is all the living organisms, whether plant or animals, are made up of cells. Second point is a cell is the smallest unit of structure of all living organisms. And third point is a cell is the smallest unit of function of all living organisms. Next, cell is a small speck of nucleated protoplasm bounded by cell membrane and is capable of independent existence. Rudolf Virchow in 1858 said omnis cellula e cellula, meaning all cell arises from pre-existing cells only. यानी कि पुरानी सेल से ही नई सेल बनती है, नई सेल अपने आप से नहीं बन सकती है. After chemical analysis and studying the function of different components, it was added there in the cell theory that chemical constituent and metabolic activities of all cells are fundamentally similar. Now I am talking about size of the cell. Size of a cell is greatly variable. Some of the cells can be seen with the help of unaided eye, but most of the cells are too small to be seen with the naked eye. That is why these cells can be seen with the help of microscope. The average size of an animal cell varies from 5 to 20 micrometer, and it may be 0.1 micrometer in diameter, as in mycoplasma. Smallest cell is mycoplasma, example PPLO, pleuropneumonia like organism. Our next topic is shape of the cell. Shape of different cell is variable. It depends upon the two factors. First one is external and internal pressure. Second one is function performed by a cell. Cell may be flat, cuboidal, columnar, discoidal, spherical, ovoid, rounded, bell shape, स्लीपर लाइक स्टार शेप से आपने देखा है ना, पैरामीशियम इज स्लीपर लाइक सेल, यूनिसेलुलर ऑर्गेनिज्म में आता है और केवल हम इसको माइक्रोस्कोप से देख पाते हैं, फाउंड इन पॉन्ड वाटर. Now, number of the cell. The invention of magnifying lens has led to the discovery of microscopic world. It is now known that single cell may be constitute a whole organism, as in amoeba, paramecium, euglena, chlamydomonas, bacteria. These organisms are called unicellular or acellular organism. तो हम क्लासीफाई कर सकते हैं ऑर्गेनिज्म को. एक तो सिंगल सेल्ड होते हैं, कुछ फ्यू सेल्ड होते हैं जिनमें 100 से 1000 तक सेल होती हैं, और जो थर्ड है आपका वो है मल्टी सेलुलर ऑर्गेनिज्म जिसमें बहुत सारी सेल होती हैं. एग्जाम्पल मॉस्कीटो, ह्यूमन बींग्स एंड मैंगो ट्री और एनी ट्री. On the other hand, many cells group together to form tissue and acquire different functions. Different type of tissue constitute organs. Means cell से tissue बनता है, tissue से organ, organ से organ system, और उससे फिर organism बन जाता है. जैसे हमारा ear एक organ है और नोज़ दूसरा ऑर्गन है. ऑर्गन सिस्टम में हमारे कई सिस्टम आते हैं. जैसे रेस्पिरेटरी सिस्टम की हम बात करें तो इसमें नॉस्ट्रल्स हैं, आपकी ट्रैकिया, विंड पाइप, लंग्स हैं. ऐसे डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम में हमारा स्टमक, स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन, लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन, ऐसे बहुत सारे सिस्टम जब मिल जाते हैं तब हमारी बॉडी यानी ऑर्गेनिज्म या इंडिविजुअल की बॉडी बनती है. Organ form organ system that ultimately constitute a multicellular organism such as fungi, plant and animals. Every multicellular organism start its life cycle as a single cell. Cell divide to produce cells of their own kind. All cell thus comes from pre-existing cell. Now I am talking about the structure of a cell. अगर हम सेल का स्ट्रक्चर देखें किसी भी सेल का तो इसमें मेनली 3 पार्ट होते हैं. 3 तरीके से हम इसको क्लासीफाई कर सकते हैं. नंबर 1 इज़ प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन और सेल मेम्ब्रेन. लेकिन अगर हम प्लांट केस में देखें, प्लांट की सेल के केस में, तो आउटर मोस्ट कवरिंग इज़ नोन एज सेल वॉल. उसके नीचे होती है प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन. और सेल वॉल जो है वो फ्रीली परमेबल होती है, डेड होती है, हर चीज़ को अंदर बाहर अपने जाने देती है. जबकि प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन सिलेक्टिवली परमेबल होती है, सेमी परमेबल होती है, सबको अंदर जाने नहीं देती है चीज़ों को. और सेकंड जो है इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट सेल का, दैट इज़ नोन एज साइटोप्लाज्म. साइटोप्लाज्म इज़ अ जेली लाइक सब्सटेंस विच कंटेन सेल ऑर्गेन्स. ऑर्गेन्स क्या होते हैं? जिस तरह हमारी बॉडी में ऑर्गन होते हैं, आई, ईयर, नोज, स्किन, उसी तरह सेल में जो ऑर्गन्स होते हैं उन्हें हम ऑर्गेन्स कहते हैं, लाइक mitochondria, Golgi body, endoplasmic reticulum. And the third most important part of the cell is nucleus. Nucleus regulate or control the cell. तो सबसे पहले प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन को देख लेते हैं. Each eukaryotic cell is delimited by a delicate, thin, elastic but firm selectively permeable plasma membrane or cell membrane. Chemically, it is made up of a bilayer of lipid with proteins. The plasma membrane, being selectively permeable, allow only useful substance to diffuse in and harmful substance to diffuse out. In this way, it regulates the flow of materials into and out of the cell. And now, what is the function of plasma membrane? The plasma membrane performs the following function. Number 1, it provides and maintains the shape of the cell. Number 2, it provides mechanical support for the protection of internal structure of the cell. Number 3, it allows only useful substance to enter into the cell. Number 4, it does not allow harmful substance to enter into the cell. And last one is it provides specificity to the cell. And what is cell wall? In case of plant cell, outer to plasma membrane is present a non-living and rigid cell wall made up of cellulose. The cell wall is freely permeable, allowing the substance in solution to enter or leave the cell. It gives shape and provides rigidity as well as elasticity to bear the stress and strains. In between the cell wall of adjoining cells, a gelatinous middle lamella rich in pactate is present. It helps to hold the cell together. Now I am talking about cytoplasm. Bulk of the cell is made up of dense viscous colloidal mass called cytoplasm. It is present between the plasma membrane and nuclear membrane. The cytoplasm is a colloidal solution of organic compounds such as carbohydrate, protein, lipids, vitamins, and a true solution of minerals. It is a physical basis of all the metabolic activities that takes place in the cell. It is differentiated into cytoplasmic vacuolar system and haloplasm. What is cytoplasm vacuolar system? It is formed by the membrane bound space and consists of endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi bodies and nuclear membrane. The haloplasm form the homogeneous ground substance. Cytoplasm in the cell of acellular organism is differentiated into outer ectoplasm and inner endoplasm. What is cytoplasmic inclusion? In the cell cytoplasm, there are present numerous living and non-living structures collectively called cytoplasmic inclusion. The living cytoplasmic inclusions are called cell organelle or protoplasmic inclusions. The non-living structures are called deutoplasmic or eragastic bodies. And I am again telling you what is cell organelle. These are the living cytoplasmic inclusion which are capable of growth and division. They perform a specific function and enjoy the same status in a cell as the organ in the organism. The various organelles found in the cytoplasm of eukaryotic cells are: number 1, nucleus. Nucleus is the main cell organelle. Nucleus control or regulate the cell. In each eukaryotic cell, usually one, but sometimes more than one, usually centric but sometimes acentric. In case of plant cell, usually spherical but sometimes other shaped, controlling center called nucleus is present. The nucleus control all the metabolic activities directly or indirectly, as well as the formation of various organelles by controlling the synthesis of protein. Hence, it is said that a cell without nucleus is without any future. नाउ आई एम एक्सप्लेनिंग द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ अ न्यूक्लियस. अगर हम न्यूक्लियस का डायग्राम देखेंगे तो उसमें 2 मेम्ब्रेन हमको दिखाई देती हैं. डबल मेम्ब्रेनस होता है ये, आउटर एंड इनर मेम्ब्रेन, और इनके बीच बीच में न्यूक्लियर पोर भी होते हैं. द न्यूक्लियस इज बाउंडेड बाय अ डबल मेम्ब्रेन